guys, it's Cindy here. So I'm back again with another video. So right now it's very hot now in my living hall. My aircon in the living hall is like damaged or need some service, I guess. So I don't have aircon now in my living hall and I'm sweating like mad now. The weather is really hot right now in KL, but I'm actually quite happy with it, but just not for this moment because my aircon actually is not working. But I'm very happy the fact that it's hot right now because I need my wedding, which is in 2 weeks time, to have a really nice weather for a very good photos that we're gonna take. And also because I'm doing my wedding outdoors, so I need the weather to be hot so that it won't rain. So today I thought I'm gonna take out all my decor stuff for the wedding and put it aside so that I won't be rushing like mad on the day before. And so I thought it's a good time to actually film all the items that I made for my wedding, because I believe after the wedding, God knows what happened to all the papers and all the props and everything. Probably some of it might be lost or some of it might be damaged by the wind or something, or by God knows what will gonna damage them, or just it won't be in the perfect form. So I thought I would just share with you some of the things that I made for my wedding, but I won't be showing the details of how to make it, but I will quickly go through like how I made it. It's actually very simple, most of the items that I made, but it can be time consuming. So the first thing that I'm very happy of making is the carpet for my room area. The walkway is really beautiful. I saw the picture in Pinterest, I think, and it looks really pretty with all the gradient, like the hot pink and the light pink and stuff. It looked very pretty. And then I thought, oh, I want to do that too. So I went and buy all the petals from eBay, and it's actually quite cheap. I think it's probably cost about $1 for 1,000 pieces of petals, and we buy almost 9,000, 3,000 for each color. So means we bought 3,000 of cream color, 3,000 of light pink, and 3,000 of hot pink. And then like I think 2 weeks ago, I was like really looking into details of every little thing of my wedding, and then I realized, oh god, my wedding is outdoor and there is wind. And even if so there's no wind, I thought of like just, you know, pour the petals on the floor, but I just realized that I couldn't do that, because if I pour the petals on the floor, when I walk on it, my dress gonna drag all the petals, and all the petals will be ruined, and it won't look nice for the, it won't be, you know, the petals won't stay in place and it won't look nice in the pictures. So then I went and Googled, and I realized that, oh, so they actually stick the petal onto a carpet or a cloth. So what I do is I actually call some of my friends to help out, because I only left it like 1 month before my wedding, and I have so many things that I have not completed yet. So I thought, okay, I gonna ask some friends, see if they could like give me a hand to help me out. And then 2 of my friends turned out, and we have 4 person of us. We spent almost 6 hours to actually glue down every single pieces of the petals of 9,000 pieces of petals. I went to buy a muslin cloth. Basically it's a cotton. I choose a white color one, and I choose the one with the cheapest one. So I actually got it from Tewa. It's in Mice Wonderland. I think that shop, they sell all the fabric at a very affordable price. So I would really recommend you guys to buy the fabric from there. And then I just bought the exact length that I needed for my room area. And to be honest, 9,000 petals is not enough, because but it also depends on your length. My whole length is about 148 inch if I'm not mistaken. So I would think you will need at least another 3,000 more petals to make the whole carpet look more dense. Like now, if you can see, it's quite thin in the texture wise, and it's not so thick. But for the cream color one, it's quite thick because the petal size is big, so each petal can cover a bigger space, so in the end we have extra petals that we can use to top up on top so that it look more fuller and dense. And then for the light pink one and the hot pink one, the size of the petal is smaller, so we don't have enough petals, and I don't have time to wait from eBay and get it from eBay anymore. So we thought, okay, it's fine, we just let it in. So if you want your carpet to look like full and dense, you will need to buy more petals for that length, unless if your length of your floor is shorter than mine, then you can go with the 9,000 petals. So I actually glue down every single petals, like fill out all the space, but in a different orientation. Like some I flip it to the back, and then some I glue it at the corner, some I glue it in the middle, some I glue it at the end, so that it will look more natural. And I'm just using hot glue. Seriously, hot glue is the fastest way and the most economical way. And after that, I use a spray glue to spray on top, and I just randomly toss some of the petals on top so that it will stick onto the spray. The reason why we use spray glue is because it will make the petals to look more three-dimensional, and also because spray glue is like you can spray all over, and then you just toss it on top, and it dry pretty fast. But even though it's dry, it will still feel a little bit sticky, so you need to let it like dry for another one whole day. So you need to let it like fully dry, or else when you roll it up, it will stick to the base of the fabric. So this is the spray glue that I got from Ace Hardware, I think. It's the cheapest among all that I found. There's a Spotlight is selling at 50 something, and then there's an art shop in Mid Valley Garden, sorry. They are selling about 40 plus, and this one in Ace Hardware is 30 plus, so it's cheaper. And if you are concerned on the budget, like you don't want to spend so much just for a bottle of glue, and this bottle of glue is not even enough for my whole length. I just finished like 2 portions of the carpet, and the glue is finished. So for the last section, I didn't buy another new bottle of glue. I just used a hot glue, and I sort of like squeeze it like all over, and then I just toss some of the petals on it. And I find that using the hot glue is a cheaper version, but it would not look as three-dimensional as using a hot spray, using a spray glue. So well, it's up to you. If you are really running out of budget, then you can use hot glue, or else you might just use this spray glue. Like, it's up to you. Alright, so that's the one thing that I'm really happy for completing it, and it looks so beautiful. I love it so much. And when I post on my Instagram, a lot of you like really commented and say that it's really beautiful. It really made me happy when you guys commented, like you guys compliment what I made. I'm really happy. Alright, let's move on to the next item. Oh, I actually made this Pinwheel Letters, and it's a combination of my husband and my name, which is Thomas and Cindy. So we're gonna stick this letter onto the wall. So what we do is actually we use color paper. So this color paper is a plain gradient color paper that I got from Kaizon. Seriously, if you want to buy wrapping paper, go to Kaizon, because their wrapping paper is so cheap. It's just 50 cents. So I bought the same color, and then I cut into a A4 size paper and fold it into half, and then I made a pinwheel. And after that, I actually use a printer to print out this font. And if you see at the base, it's actually a white A4 paper. And then I use a crepe paper to actually cut like a square. Okay, let me show you how I actually did it. Okay, so imagine this is the crepe paper. So what I do is you can cut it into a square form like that, and then use a stick or something, and you just like squeeze it like that, and then you will get petals like this. So this crepe paper actually is in a gradient color as well, so that's why you can see the gradient. And once you stick it, once you squeeze it, just put some uhu glue. You can't use hot glue because you're gonna burn your hand, because you're gonna squeeze it. So you use a Uhu glue, and after that use a hot glue to glue it onto the font that you have print and cut out, and then after that paste the whole alphabet onto the pinwheel. Or you can do the other way around, which is you paste the printed font on it first, then you glue the petals on it, which is, I think, is easier to use the later ways. So this is one of it, and I really like this letter because it's so beautiful. But seriously, this one is really time consuming. If you want to do this, make sure you prepare this like much earlier. I think I use about how long, I really didn't count how long I used to do it, because some of my friends actually come and help me out to do all this DIY. So if you can, try to ask some help from your friends so that you don't need to do it all by yourself and you're gonna take forever. But this is totally worth all the hour that we make because it looks so beautiful. And then the next thing that I made is this flag banner. It's also our name. So what we do is I actually cut out this shape using like those hardcover paper, and then I use a wrapping paper and to cut another shape. So I just paste on top, and then I print out this font, which is actually directly print out. I never do anything to the font. I just select a nice font and print it and cut the love shape and stick it on, and just punch a hole and insert the string, and yep, that's it. So it actually is like a string like that. How should I show you it? Let me see how is this going. Yep, so it will look something like this. So yeah, wait, hang on. So yeah, it will look like this. Isn't it pretty? I use a different combination of color, but I stick to pastel color because my wedding venue are using a pastel theme. So most of the color that I choose are like light blue, purple, pink, yellow. But in my wedding, I will always stick to 4 color, which is cream, pink, lilac, and also baby blue. This is the 4 main color that I use. But for this flag banner, I use a variety of color just to make it look more brighten up and look more fresh kind of color. You can use any color you like, and you can also search in Google for different patterns and shape that you can do for a flag banner. Is actually a very easy to do. This is not even time consuming. You just need to cut it out and you're good to go. So yeah, so that's it. And then the next one is backdrop that I'm using the same stream roll. I got this stream roll from Spotlight. I actually Google around and I count the price, and I find actually the ones in Spotlight is cheaper. And the fact also because they already in in the straight form, so you don't need to like cut the width, you just need to cut the length that you want, so it's much easier. And I bought a total of 5 different color, and this is how it looked like. I couldn't show you the real one because it looks very messy right now. It's stored at one corner. It looks like one lump of paper, so I'll just show you the picture. So it will look something like this, and then later on I'm gonna insert some candle jars in between and put in candle. For exactly how it looked like, you gotta wait for the picture from my wedding later on. Now I don't think I can show you how it looks like. Okay, then the next one is this very adorable little butterfly. I actually searched online like how to fold a butterfly using a paper, and then I found a few links, and I find this butterfly is this is the one that is most adorable and cute, so I choose this one. I will leave the link below how to fold this. You can check it out. And then I actually plan to stick all these butterfly on the wall, so it will look something like this with the random, how I should show you, like a random, maybe I'll show you the picture that I got inspired from Google image. And yeah, some of it like tiny one, I made a different sizes. So yeah, this will be all be stick on the wall. And next item is this flower pot that I made. I plan to put this on the reception, I plan to put this on the table where I'm gonna display all my wedding album. So I bought a lily as a middle and a main flower, and then I bought this, I don't know what flower is this, it's a blue one. And actually I wanted to use just the blue one, but because when I buy, I didn't buy a lot, and then I find that it's still lack of some volume, so I wanted to add more. But when I go back to Kaison, it's out of stock, so I bought the white one to cream one, the cream color one, to actually match in. And then because I don't want to put so much flower because it's not cheap, even though it's an artificial flower, so I use this lilac ribbon to actually tie all over around, so that it will look more full, and it will actually cover up the sponge at the behind, so at the front it will look very full. This is a good way to, you know, to reduce the flower that you gonna put on the vase. And this vase actually is I got it from SSF. It's on clearance. It's only for 5 ringgit and it's so cheap. So once I saw, oh, this is really nice. I was shopping with Sui, and then both of us think, oh, this is really nice, and we, without second thought, we just got it. We got 4 of this, and I made 4 of this. And then I also used the same lily to make a flower bouquet for my bridesmaid. So it looks like this. It's a smaller bouquet. It's the same blue flower that I used for the vase just now, but the ribbon is a smaller one. So this bouquet actually is to suit my hand bouquet. I actually got another hand bouquet which is also made from lily, and it looks like this. Ta-da! Is it beautiful? But this is not made by me. This was actually, I bought it like a year ago just for a photo shoot purposes, but in the end I didn't use it, so I thought, why not just use for the wedding, because it looks really beautiful, and I don't want to waste more money to just buy another big bouquet just for the wedding. So I thought, let's use this, and because this looked really nice, and the theme really matched my wedding theme, and so I thought, let's make another smaller bouquet lily for my bridesmaid. So yes, this is made by me, and this is I purchased. I think I got this, I buy this at 80 ringgit, and the flower, I mean the lily itself, it costs about 10 or 11 ringgit. And then the smaller flower, I think what here is like one bouquet of this small flower. It's not bouquet, like one, I don't know what to call it, like the whole thing. It comes with 6 different strands of flower, so it costs about 4 ringgit or 5 ringgit, something like that. So this one is like just 50 ringgit. If you order any flower bouquet outside, like a real flower, it will easily cost you about 150 to 200 for a small bouquet like that. So why not just make yourself? It's really easy. I'll put down some of the link that I found online, like how to really make your bouquet, and hopefully you can also make it for your wedding if you are getting married soon. So yeah, and then the next one is something really huge. It's what I made for my bride and groom chair. It's something really beautiful. I'm also very happy with the outcome, and I never thought it would look so pretty. I actually got the inspiration from Google Image, but the one in Google Image looked exactly like really different. So yeah, let me get it out because it's all stuck together. So just give me a moment, yeah. So yeah, this is how it looks like. So it's really big. It's a hard wrap, but the one in Google that I found look like this. This is like using a wood, but I couldn't find this wood in Malaysia, and when I go SSF I found this flower. It's actually a very long, like a flower, and then I thought, wow, it will look really nice if I make it into a love shape. So I bought it, and it was on clearance for only 50 cents each, so it's like so worthy. So we thought, oh, let's get this. And then I actually bought the dahlia. This dahlia is really beautiful, but it's very pricey because it looks very nice, right? So this dahlia alone cost me about 14 ringgit, but I really like it, so I thought, okay, let's buy it because I really like how it looks. And then this side flower, I actually got it from another shop called Falian, I think it's in Sri Kembangan. They are like a artificial flower warehouse kind of shop. So over there, this one is like less than 10 ringgit, I think, for a bouquet of this whole thing. And it also comes with this tiny little flower, which look very beautiful. So it's actually, I made it to a love shape. I just used some wire to tie it down to make into a love shape. And then I just buy this recycled paper, and I just design this font and this shape, and I just print it out and stick onto the heart. Isn't it look beautiful? I seriously love this flower here. It just looks so beautiful. I plan to reuse this flower after the wedding, like for some photo shoot or anything. It's gonna look pretty. Alright, let me put it back in here. Alright, the next one is not really DIY, but sort of some idea. I actually thought of making the frame myself, but when I go to Mr. DIY, I saw they are like selling this for about 4 ringgit for 24 frames with hanging like this. Like, you just hang like this. So we printed out all our pictures and put in this frame, and later I'm gonna hang on a wood pallet. So, oh yeah, if you guys want to buy anything at all, like anything, the first shop that you're going to visit is Mr. DIY, because all their item is so cheap, like very cheap. So before you go to any other shop, go to Mr. DIY, check them out, see if the product or the item that you want, if they are selling it, and what is the price. Most of the time, the item that they sell is like cheaper, and even some of the time the exactly same item, but in Mr. DIY is cheaper. Probably in Daiso is more expensive, or probably in some other art shop is more expensive. Like for example, this sticker that I got for scrap. I think people use it for scrapbooking. So we have this sticker. Actually, I'm gonna put this sticker at my reception table, so when my guests arrive, they gonna sign on my guest book, and they can also stick this little sticker onto the guest book. So this is how the guest book look like. This ring is designed by me. I use the Photoshop to design, and I actually got this wing idea from image in Google, but then I changed it and I used a flower to actually combine and make it into angel wing like this. So yeah, so this is our guest book, and I actually wanted to do like many other different kind of guest book, but I find it like it gonna be very common, and maybe like 10 years later I'm not gonna keep it, because there's not much memory in it. So I thought I'm gonna make a storybook like this. So inside there's a little tiny story of us with pictures, and then beside I leave it empty, and I also put up some questions for my guests to answer, and I also put on some jokes or some of the lame stories of us. And then I let them read through our story, like how we met, and then how we get together, and what do we do daily. And then they can sign on the empty part, and then they can also stick the sticker into the guest book. And I thought this is a very nice idea. Like, we can keep this book, and then after 10 years we can look back at our story. It's gonna be very memorable, and with all our guest message in it, is amazing. I really like this idea. I'm not sure if anyone have done this, but I actually thought of this like out of nowhere. I have no idea, but I just thought of, wow, this is okay, I just go with it. Oh yeah, so this sticker, right, I got it from Mr. DIY for about 4 ringgit each. If you buy it from any art shop or any stationery shop or Popular or any other shop, they are selling at least 6 ringgit and above. So Mr. DIY is really the place to go for item that you want and at the affordable price. Okay, then the next one is this mooncake box. Actually, it's nothing much. I just use wrapping paper to wrap the mooncake box, and all these mooncake box gonna place on a wedding album table, and I'm gonna put the flower pot on top of it, the earlier flower pot on top of it, so it will be arranged like this, and then the flower pot will be on top. This is actually another idea that I got from Google as well, just like this, but I changed it a little bit because I don't have books, so I use this mooncake box. And I also make this pinwheel table number. It's exactly the same one with the earlier alphabet that I made, the pinwheel alphabet. This is the same one, it's just smaller in size, and the same petals that I made using the crepe paper, just that I use a pink color one, and I actually use Microsoft Word to draw this round shape, and then I put the font inside. If you can see clearly, actually there's a font like printing inside. I just paste each petal on top of it, exactly the same way that I do earlier with the pinwheel font earlier. Okay. Oh, and next one is this really cute box to put ang pao, because we Chinese in Malaysia, we actually when we attend wedding, we give ang pao. So I actually made this little cute box to for guests to put ang pao, and it's very simple. I just use any box, and then I cut a hole in the middle, and then I use a wrapping paper to wrap it, and I just use 2 artificial rose and stick it using a hot glue, and it looks like this. Isn't it pretty? This one is the most simple one, and it's not time consuming at all, so you can do it definitely. Alright, and I think we come to the last item that I DIY for my wedding, which is these bow ties. I actually searched in Google like how to make all these bow ties, and I will put the link down below so that you guys can make it too. So I have different design. Basically, this blue one are for the groom to wear to match with his suit and his tux, and then this pink gingham patterns is for the bridesmaid and also for the groom. The bridesmaid gonna just clip it on their hair, and then for the groom, they're just gonna wear as a bow, the groomsman just gonna wear as a bow tie. And I got this fabric from Omonoya, I think. It's in, I think they have branch in Mid Valley and also IOI Mall, Puchong IOI Mall. So they are like Daiso, just smaller in size, but some of their items are better in quality. The price is the same. So I got 2 fabric to make a total of 12 gingham bow tie. So 1 fabric actually can make 6, and I just use hot glue to glue them on. It's pretty easy, so you don't have to spend 20 ringgit to buy 1 bow tie. This 1 fabric only cost me like 5 ringgit 30 cents. It's so affordable, so why buy if you can make it yourself, right? So yeah, basically that's everything that I made for my wedding. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my friends who came all the way to my house to help out to make all this DIY and all this decor stuff. I really appreciate your help. If you guys weren't to help me, I don't know if I could finish them on time. And for those who are watching this video, thank you so much for watching this video. I know this video is a bit too long, but I couldn't like I couldn't stop sharing like how I made it because I'm so excited on my wedding, and it's only about 2 weeks now. I'm pretty very excited right now. I'm out of words actually. And yeah, for those who getting married soon, I wish you a happy marriage life, and I think I will see you in February for my next video, because after this I'll be very busy preparing for my wedding. So I'll see you soon. Bye.